I'm Richard Engel. Today, the Taliban took over another small base from U.S.-trained Afghan security forces, lowering the flag. The Taliban have not been this strong since the U.S. drove them out 20 years ago, when the militants ran Afghanistan and hosted Osama bin Laden, whose group Al-Qaeda carried out 9/11. One unit is fighting against the return of the Taliban and new bin Ladens, Afghanistan's commandos. We recently saw them in action. Their general says foreign extremists are rushing back to join what they see as the victorious Taliban.
These people who are coming to create troubles and problems for the world for the future, as they did in 9/11.
Even worse than 9/11, I'm telling you.
Fawzia Kufi is a member of parliament and a negotiator with the Taliban. Extremists tried to assassinate her twice.
You have been in war, and in war people don't distribute sweets. They kill each other. So do you think those who actually have been killed, they will not go for revenge and hostilities? They will.
I put that question to Muttasim Agha, a former Taliban leader who knew bin Laden.
Will Afghanistan once again become a base for international terrorist attacks?
The Taliban signed a peace deal with the United States, and a main point is that the Taliban will not allow any terrorist groups to operate in Afghanistan, he says. While the Taliban promised to keep Afghanistan free of international terrorists, there are more than 20 terrorist groups operating in the region, and they are coming in, inspired by what they consider the Taliban's victory over the United States.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.